And we're live.
Okay, you say so.
Supposedly.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. Because I want to share the live stream. So
Yeah.
look, that's it, right? That's True North Tech?
Yeah, it
okay,
should
there
pop.
it is. Oh, look, there it's live.
There you
I
are.
found it. Sweet.
See yourself?
I do. Now, how do I share? Okay, I share it.
Yeah. Share it far and wide.
Share it. Oh, hold on. Quiet. I'm trying to be quiet.
Technical difficulties here.
Yeah, we can talk. We can do things at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll take care of some housekeeping. So,
do that.
Welcome back to the Nexus, everyone. This is True North Technologies. I'm your host, Taylor Tunison, Communication Director. Let's take care of some business. So, as
you have
far
an actual
as,
job here?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow. I thought you were just like an intern.
Yeah, well, I was.
Oh,
I started part-time last year. You know, I was doing working from home kind of stuff. And,
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I mean, opportunities present themselves, and you got to take advantage when you get the opportunity. So here I am, full-time, directing that communication.
That's awesome, dude. I cannot find a way to share this for the life of me. But keep talking. I figured it out last time. I don't know why I can't figure it out.
If you can't get it, we'll help you out. We're experts in the field.
All right,
So,
cool.
Let's see. What do we got going on this month? Tap on it. We've got this great new service, Tap on it. It's cool. It's really cool. So we got a growing database of subscribers in Lincoln.
Yeah.
And they get every week, every month, they get local deals, exclusive local deals from bars, businesses, restaurants all over town. And they send them directly to your phone. So you get these offers. It's buy one, get one, 10% off, a couple dollars off here and there. It's really cool. It's a great way to acquire new customers, get new people in the door.
That's like an app. Okay, when you said tap on it, my mind went somewhere else.
Yeah, well, that's the idea. You know, it's kind of gets people's attention. It's like, oh, I haven't heard of that. That's that's exciting. It sounds cool and new. So we got a new deal in April. I'm not actually at liberty to give out the details of the deal, but please feel free to reach out, contact us however you can. Check out our website, go-tnt.com. Plenty of information on Tap on it there. Also, we've launched a couple of new services recently. We got social media management. So if you're looking for someone to help you post on Facebook, maybe get your LinkedIn looking right. We also write blogs, another one of our new services. Kind of helps with SEO. If you need to fill out your website, get some content out there, we can definitely help. So please feel free to reach out, give us a shout. Check out our website, like I said, go-tnt.com. All right, so housekeeping.
Yeah,
over.
But I want to know about the April deal that you're not at liberty to talk about.
Oh, we could talk a little bit about the April deal.
Off the record?
Yeah.
Okay, so off the record, because you got something you want to know about me off the record.
For sure.
All right, fantastic.
We'll exchange some details.
We just cut a deal.
Yeah, dude.
Right on,
a
man.
little under the table.
All right.
Throw some cash under there.
All right, yeah. Now for that, you never know.
So let me introduce Felix. If you haven't seen our last show, we had him on in February, I believe.
Yeah.
It was like 2 months ago, man.
Right.
Time flies.
Time does.
So Felix is the extraordinaire behind Gato Comedy Syndicate. He has transformed Lincoln into a comedy club. He's got this whole thing pulled together. He's got great people coming from all over the world, all over the nation. And he really prides himself on this culture of excellence. We're definitely going to talk about that. Welcome back to the show, Felix.
Thank you for having me, man. No, for sure. You know, we're kicking butt down at Romology, you know, so
yeah.
I always, you know, people talk about like, you know, the shows or whatever, but you got to have a place to perform.
Right.
And so the comedy shows have an awesome home at Romology, and we really want that to be like synonymous so that when you think of like great stand-up comedy in Lincoln, you're thinking the Gato Comedy Syndicate, the Gato Comedy Showcases, and you're thinking Romology.
Yep.
And you guys just went, this whole, like a bunch of your coworkers went.
We had 3, 4, one of my buddies, my dad went. I mean, we had a whole crew there.
Yeah,
it was excellent.
What do you think about the place?
Oh, man, the environment, like the vibe, the lighting, from start to finish. I mean, as soon as you walk into Romology, it's like you're kind of transported out of Lincoln. You've got this experience where it's cultivating. You know, you can detach. You don't think about work. You're not thinking about your family or anything that's really stressing you out. You're chilling in a really cool environment. It's a culture. It's like a vibe, bro.
That's it. That's the whole thing. It's just because we're in a smaller market, 300,000 people, doesn't mean that we can't compete with metropolitan, with cosmopolitan, you know, type of environments and type of clubs, you know? So we don't think that there's anything that touches our experience, but that's never going to let us like just sit on our laurels. You know what I mean? Right. So, you know, the next show that you come through, there's going to be like upgrades. There's going to be, you know, different type of things to just keep on creating that awesome ambiance. Because the thing is that I feel that here in Lincoln, like we deserve it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Just because we're a small, medium-sized town doesn't mean we don't deserve an excellent experience. A way to, you know, get out of your comfort zone a little bit and see, you know, these people from all over the place. I mean, you got great talent from all over.
Man, I tell you, it's such a trip because not only like our headliner this past weekend, Freddie G, this guy comes from Rio Grande Valley of Texas, right? South Texas, McAllen, Texas.
All right.
But I've got folks coming from, you know, South Dakota. We got folks from Denver, Colorado. I've got folks, people just like hit the inbox and they're like, heard about your spot.
Yep.
Want to, you know, so it's great that's synonymous of Gato Comedy and Romology. You know, people think that I'm Romology and I'm not.
No,
you know, I'm not at
Jay.
all. That's Jay Donaldson.
Jay Donaldson.
Yeah, he's a fantastic guy. Like, Jay, love you so much. You know what's really cool about it? Side note here.
Yeah, sure.
So Jay and I are friends, but our friendship has come from good business.
Okay.
And I think that's a better formula than saying like, hey, we're friends and we're going to go into business.
Oh, it's flipped.
Yeah, we made a business deal, and because the business is good, we've become friends.
It's a solid foundation that you can build upon.
Right. And so it's mutually beneficial. And I want to very clarify good business. It's not good business as in it's like financially rewarding. It's good as in it's good from the heart.
Okay.
You know, and that means the world to me is strong character, respect, dignity, integrity, like being able to communicate well. Right. And that's Jay Donaldson, man. And let me just tell you, this guy, he's fantastic. What he's done, I mean, he's really got a great stage for my comedy. But he puts on a stage for musicians. He brings in food vendors.
Yeah.
This dude right here creates opportunities for a bunch of other people.
Right.
It's really neat how one guy and one little business fans out and has created multiple opportunities.
Yeah, he's got that adaptability where you can, you know, pull off, what do they do, trivia? They've got Chad Klein sometimes on there.
They've got third place Chad Klein trivia. Oh. It's an inside joke. You got to come through. So we'll talk.
I've seen some details on that.
Yeah, there's food vendors Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
All right. So this is a big commercial for Romology now. Jay, you owe me. No, they got food vendors Monday through Thursday, and then they've got music Thursday through Saturday.
Okay.
Trivia on Wednesday with me.
Right.
Karaoke on Tuesday.
Oh, so you do the trivia? That's another.
That's another thing.
Little side project kind of.
Right. We'll talk. Yeah. You know, we'll talk a little bit about that for sure. So, but again, all this comes from Jay.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that he creates opportunities for others and for other people to network and then have their businesses known. That's fantastic because he's very giving.
Okay.
And that's what I mean by good business. He's a good person doing good things in the business world.
And it goes both ways. It's like kind of a respect thing where, you know, you give these opportunities and you don't want to, you know, jeopardize your business. You don't want to jeopardize your name, your reputation. Right. So you've got to have quality character. You got to have people come through that are, you know, solid.
100%.
And you can't be worried about, you know, what happens if this doesn't work out?
Right.
Is something going to go wrong? Am I going to have to pick up the pieces? That Romology, man, it's something else. And I didn't know what to expect. You know, the first time that I went out there, you know, I really didn't. My dad invited me to a show, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. And God, we're looking forward to the next one.
Man, that's fantastic. Well, I'm here ready to sell your whole staff tickets, man.
Awesome.
That's for sure.
Great.
Yeah, man.
So let's move along. You've been working with Romology for multiple months now.
Right.
Working with Jay.
Yep.
Ups and downs. I know you've sold out shows. Is that you still have the sold out streak? Or is that
so
kinda...
all we've done is sell out 100% of the shows. And so, gosh, ups and downs, we just want to look on the ups.
For sure.
You know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of downs, to tell you the truth.
Well, that's great, man.
There's
Love to hear it.
Yeah, there's some stumbling blocks, but again, when you've got someone like Jay and like Ramology to work, you know, you work together. Right. You work through them, right? Yep. And I would say that our stumbling blocks have to do more with like, how's this light gonna go? How's like the logistics of everything gonna work out? How's our timing?
Okay.
So
it's really perfecting the craft, getting it down perfect, like down to a science.
Man. That's it. You know, how's the seating arrangement, the tickets? Like it's more of just like those type of things that come through just working through them.
Right.
You know, any type of lull, any type of difference of opinion or whatever. Man, again, good person equals good business.
Awesome.
You know, and so we're just excited about everything that's happening, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And to keep it going. I mean, it's been about 2 months since we had you on. You're still selling out shows. Still bringing on new talent. Still got this great culture of excellence. So I'm thinking, you know, 6, 12 months in the future. Is this just, are you staying with Romology and you're just riding this? How,
you know,
what do you think?
I was just at a meeting. So things that are happening, you talk about 6 months to a year from now, things that are ever developing with Gato Comedy Syndicate is I have reached out to various local nonprofit organizations, beginning with our next show. For every show that I sell out, I'm going to give $100. If I sell out the entire weekend, we're going to give another $100 bonus. So a total of $500 is going to go to a direct local charity. All right. So this is me giving back. This isn't me like jacking up the ticket sales to do that. This is like me taking out of the success that we've had. So that's imperative. That's, again, good business. Comes from a good heart, going for a good reason equals good business. What's wonderful is that this isn't like a promotional opportunity because we already sell out shows. You know, we're confident that we're going to continue to sell out shows. This is just us saying, I want to give back. We want to give back. To
share the love. You know, to give back to the community.
100%, and it's going to be local nonprofits as well. So we want to make sure that the folks that come to enjoy themselves at the shows, that they can also feel good that they're going to give back. So the first one is going to be, the first one is going to be to the Lincoln Food Bank, specifically earmarked for child hunger programs. That includes like the backpack program. And we want to do this in June because sometimes the kids aren't in school in June, They don't have summer school, whatever, but we need to keep them fed. You know, and so that's going to be the first thing. And there's other nonprofits that we'll be talking about throughout the year.
It's really inspiring, man. I love, you know, from the heart, like legit. That's authentic, genuine.
That's it.
It's like the overflow. I mean, you've been received so well with the community. It goes both ways. Like you
100%, man. That's, you know, really 100%. Cool. So again, good people equal good business. You know?
And it's not just about the bottom line. It's, you know, when you say business, the community benefits, like a rising tide raises all ships together. And we're all in this together. As much as we know, you know, these past few months, these past years,
for sure,
we really got to stick together and look out for each other, because the local community is all you got. I mean, we got these big stores, we got these, you know, internet companies, but really what it comes down to is, can you go down and support the local restaurant? Can you get coffee? Can you go to the boutique, you know, down the street? Those local mom and pops, those are the people that are paying the bills of the families around
here, so we're going to definitely give back to the local nonprofits to benefit local folks here.
That's so cool, man. That's really inspiring.
Well, good, man. So when you're talking about like a year from now, you know, it gets bigger and better, right? So that was brought up to me in this past meeting that I just had over breakfast with one of the nonprofits that we're going to work with. And they're saying, so what happens when you outgrow Romology? Right? And here's what I'll say. Like, I will never outgrow Romology. And if I get to the point where I'm selling theaters, Lord willing, arenas, right? And I'm big timing like that, well, then that's fine. Then I'll be having enough success and money that when I do a show in Lincoln, I'll always do it, as long as Jay will have me, I'll always do it at Romology. Like, I don't care if
home base.
Like home, 100%, you know, and always have that accessibility. You know what I mean? Because, again, good people equal good business. Now, smart people equal smart business. And that's a whole other thing.
Absolutely.
You know, and so when people are like someone asked me, you know, so how long you been doing this? Well, I'll tell you straight up, the show this past weekend, that was only my 5th show that I've produced.
Wow.
You know, that's
you got into comedy because you were dared, right? Your buddy dared you, and you went up on stage and you got 3rd your first time. Like.
And that was a competition, and it was at that point that, you know, from the little breaks that I got of, you know, come and do, like, you know, MC at the comedy club, you know, or whatever, and do this and that. But when someone reached out to me to perform, they first said, will you do it for dinner and drinks? And it was at that point that I had a business decision to make. Am I going to be a comedian that goes down the path of dinner and drinks and let me take what I can get? Or am I going to be a comedian that says, no, man, we're worth more?
Absolutely.
Right? So at that point, I had nothing, I had no resume. I went down that road. I didn't go down the road of dinner and drinks. I went down the road of, no, this has value. And I got to value myself.
Absolutely.
Right. So hopefully I'm a smart man that made smart business. But now we see that the cart is way before the horse. And that's my challenge now, is that I've got to get caught up. There's a lot of people that are trying to get to where I'm at by going this other route. So I'm like, oh, dude, I need a website. I need to like get out there and like, whatever. But
well, see the passion, like, so, it takes some real character, some strength to innovate, to do something new and exciting, especially in a community like Lincoln. I mean, we're not a huge city. Like you said, there's only a certain demographic. I mean, the 300,000 you're really targeting. And I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm going to say, if you hadn't taken those first couple years to really push the craft and perfect the craft and get it down to a science, you wouldn't be able to be looking back and say, oh, now I need a website. Now I need to catch up. You see what I'm saying? Like,
it's so weird how the cart did get pushed way before the horse, but that all came because, again, I was trying to do it the conventional way.
Okay.
Right? And then we talked about that before. People were like, hey, we don't know who you are. You're not good enough. So that forced my hand to start producing shows. Because I was like, this is fun. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, I'm selling out in the hundreds.
Right.
So we just kept that part going. And then, and then we made some really smart moves. One of the smartest moves was getting with Romology.
Yep.
We were talking about the trivia night earlier, right? So trivia night doesn't, by itself, right, doesn't really equal a whole lot of like monetary success compared to like what my shows do.
Right.
In comparison.
Makes sense, yeah.
Right, okay. So the 2 hours that I'm doing a trivia night, that's like, whoa, 2 hours at a show is a whole lot more. But now let's apply business principles.
It's an investment. I mean,
it's an investment and it's a loss leader.
Yeah.
So, right, diapers are a loss leader, right? When the 12-pack of Coke is on sale for $1.99, that's a loss leader.
But you're still getting the brand recognition. You're saying, I identify this product. I know the value of this product is worth it.
Right.
So I'm going to give the time of day. I'm going to invest in the future.
Right.
And people notice that. People are aware of that.
People are aware of that, right? So Jay gets this fantastic product in me for trivia night, and I'm a trivia host, and you got to come our trivia night, and I'm going to tell this right now, guys. I am not a trivia host. I'm not a game show host. So, and I tell everybody, if you expect this to be like every other trivia, it's not. Like, I go off script. Don't count on me to like even completely read the questions, let alone the answers, because I'll see something and I'll just go. But we have a blast, and just like your coworkers found out.
Oh yeah, they found out for sure.
If you want to heckle, if you want to talk some smack, it's coming back. But Wednesday night trivia at Romology, it's become like a family.
Right.
So we talk about Chad Klein, who is perpetually getting third place.
Shout out to Chad.
Shout out to Chad.
We love you, man.
But like folks come through, and it's become this whole family thing. Back to the business side of it, but that's personally it's a loss leader. But yeah, it helps build this like relationship with the crowd. It opens up the crowd. People are coming to Romology for trivia. They're like, hey, we want to check out a trivia night. They go there. Or people go to Romology for a drink. There happens to be trivia. And then who's the host? And we like the host. And by the way, this guy does comedy.
Right.
So again, smart people equals smart business.
Right.
Right. And that's how you grow the business. But you apply the business principles. So early on, you establish what's your culture. What type of business are you going to be? Are you going to be the type of burger joint that sells, dollar burgers and just like try to crank them out and get anywhere you can? Okay, cool. Or are you going to have, a gourmet $15 burger with like peanut butter and like caramelized red onions or like whatever?
It's about lunchtime.
Right? And that's the thing. And so like, so early on too.
Keep talking. I'm going to solve this.
Oh, so that was, for y'all that don't know, that was a dare that I was supposed to like mess us up. And actually we had a side bet to see how long he could resist. And he couldn't resist. Yeah, no, man. It's like a moth to a flame.
If we get to the end of the show and it's like, what's up with the Rubik's Cube? Why is he just messing this thing up?
So like Nerd Boy over here is just going to be like.
Continue.
Right. When you don't have friends, you have Rubik's Cubes. Right. And so.
Well, I did put on deodorant. I put on deodorant this time.
Right.
I don't know if you know. Right. He was trying to give me crap about that last time when we had Abby on.
So no, but so you make decisions, and like open mics, that's a big decision to make, right? A lot of people like open mics, but if you look at it from a business lens, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So here's me going against convention. People are like, no, open mic is your gym. Open mic is where you go. Well, open mics equal 10 minutes maybe of stage time.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
What's that 10 minutes going to really do for you? Not a whole lot.
Plus, it's a risk. I mean, you don't know. You get up there and you just flatline.
And that's okay, too. What happens at an open mic typically is that you have a lot of comedians that go to try out their stuff.
For sure.
Right. However, it's when you look at the time that you're going to spend, like driving to the open mic, hanging at the open mic, you're going to be there for 10 minutes. You're going to get, if you got some buddies, they're going to critique you on all this kind of stuff, and that's okay. But it's 10 minutes of stage time, and it takes how much to get there, and how beneficial. You're not going to get discovered at an open mic. Typically, there's a lot of like, there's this risk that you're going to be associated with guys that aren't funny or gals that aren't funny, right? It's bad for business in the sense that sometimes you want to go get a drink and then there's unqualified talent up on the stage. You can find a gem. And I mean, you can definitely find gems on open mics, right? But as a performer, I'd rather just get a group of friends and say, all right, guys, here's the deal. I wrote this set. I'm going to like go on here and you guys are my trusted friends and you guys are going to let me know for sure.
Honestly.
And let's work that out. And that's something that's unconventional.
Okay.
I get it. Everybody else does open mics.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's too much of my time.
Okay.
For 10 minutes.
Right. No, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
The trade-off, like.
Right. But that's a business like perspective. That's a business principle, right? Time is money. Time is life.
True.
Right? And so
tick every second.
Every second.
I mean, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your time?
Totally.
It's an investment.
That's
every decision you make.
Right. So I'm not gonna fault someone for going to an open mic. That's fine. But as a business decision, and my time is valuable, I'm gonna go this route. Yep. And then all I can say is, so far what I'm doing and the methods and the business decisions that we've made have equaled fantastic dividends, and now we're in a position, like we talked earlier, that I'm able to give back to the community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So every show, minimum $500 is going to go back into the community, and that's where we're at right now. As this thing grows, you better believe that me giving back is going to go.
And it just pays it forward. I mean,
100%, dude.
It's hard to quantify that. Like you can talk dollars and cents, but the ripples, to get a little existential. I know in our last talk, you're getting a little, you said hoity-toity.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call it that. But as far as like, you don't know when you're networking, the smallest thing, smiling, saying hi to somebody, reaching out, like you reached out on Facebook.
Yeah.
This was an organic networking contact.
Right.
And you don't know how well you influence or how far you affect people around you. It's like ripples in a pond, like you drop a stone, the ripples go out forever.
And see, that's what I'm saying, guys. It's not just about comedy. It's not even just about a business deal. It's about what good can we do, and that's where we go back to good business. Good people do good business, which create good things. I mean, think about this, man. What if, and this is like such a far out dream or whatever, right? But let's say that we were that tipping point. And this $500 was able to keep a couple of kids fed throughout the summer.
Absolutely.
Easily. And that was enough to keep them going, right? Later on, when we're in the wintertime, when we're able to do coat drives and whatnot, we're able to keep those kids warm and they're able to have a better, successful time at school.
Right.
Who knows what great innovator is going to come out of Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah.
So, guys, this isn't about my dream and, oh, man, I really want this and I want the crowd and I want my comedy and my artwork. Man, this is about everything else.
Yeah.
What good can we do? So, thank goodness that I'm selling out shows. Thank goodness that, that I'm bringing in, that the money now has a comma by it. That's great. Now, what can I do with that?
Yeah.
Because at the end of my life, that in the grand scheme of things is just a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Do I want to think about like how many shows I did? Congratulations. Look at that. Rubik's Cube complete.
Continue.
No, but do I want to think about how many shows I did or how much money I made? No, I want to think about like
the lives you affected, the people the
good that I did,
the change in the world, be the change you want to see in the world.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Absolutely. So that's what it's That's what it's all about. And if you've got that to guide you, you can't go wrong. Again, good people do good business that result in great things.
Hey, man. I love hearing that.
Yeah.
So we've covered a lot of things here. How about a final message for the audience? Is there anything you want to leave our people with? Something?
Well, now I feel like a jerk by saying make sure to go to my show in June, which is the tribute to Kenny Rogers.
We could certainly talk about other things if you want.
No, man, you know, it
just seems about right. I mean, we're talking about networking and the world, you know, how we're all connected. We're all in this together. And sometimes the smallest gesture, the smallest act of kindness can change the world. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it's literally true.
But that's how it is, man. And you know, the product that we have is laughter, which is a universal language, right?
Yeah.
Like laughter, music. These are type of things that, man, we can all relate to. And the beautiful thing about laughter, guys, and comedy is comedy works when it's relatable, right? Otherwise, I don't get the joke because I can't relate to it.
Right.
So when we hear laughter in the crowd and we look out at that crowd and we see all walks of life.
Yeah.
I mean, there's folks that are retirees, there's folks that are blue collar, white collar, all types of demographics. And we see and hear all those demographics sharing laughter.
Yeah.
That means that regardless of where we come from, where we're going, where we're at that point, we really are all, I mean, we're all in together.
Yeah.
You know, we're in this thing and we're all together and you can't fake that. And that is awesome. And that's the product that we deliver.
Yeah.
We deliver a togetherness.
Yeah.
Right? And the proof is the laughter.
It's priceless.
It is.
You can't put a price on it.
Well, we have a ticket price of $14.75 for the June show. So I would say that that's the investment.
Yeah.
So for $14.75 a ticket,
you get an experience. You get a real, genuine connection to the people around you, no matter where you come from, what language you speak, how old you are, education or not.
Right. And you help feed the kids.
Yeah.
Get out of here, guys.
Man.
Like, that's a win-win-win-win-win situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a pleasure speaking with Felix today.
Man, it's always a blast to come through. I always get, like, free stuff. I got coffee this time.
Yeah, we got you a little goodie bag.
I got a goodie bag over here. This is awesome.
Some popcorn, some stickers.
I love it.
A little koozie.
That's killer. I just, like, got a Rubik's Cube as well.
Yeah, so feel free.
Right? I'll get this thing figured out in about 5 years, and I'll bring it back to you, man.
Yeah, let me know if you need any help.
For sure.
Well, everybody, thanks for joining us on the Nexus. It's been a lot of fun here having Felix. I'm sure we'll probably have him back in the future, but tune in next week and we'll have a great another show for you. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.